Hansel and Gretel from Engelbert Humperdinck. The synopsis is presented by Opera Inside, the online opera guide. The roles: Peter, broom maker; Gertrude, wife of Peter; Hansel, son of Peter and Gertrude; Gretel, Hansel's sister; Hexe, gingerbread witch. In a small, miserable house on the edge of the woods, Hansel and Gretel sit opposite each other in the living room. Both are at work. Hansel makes brooms and Gretel knits stockings. They are plagued by hunger. They have only eaten dry bread for weeks. Hansel's not about work. First he stops at the milk pot and rests. Gretel asks him to keep working, but he can persuade her to dance with him. Mother Gertrude comes home in the middle of the dance. The two hurry quickly back to work. The mother is upset when she sees how little work the two could do. When she wants to punish the children with a stick, she accidentally knocks over the jar with the dinner. She sends the children into the forest to look for berries. Gertrude is exhausted and sad that she can't offer her children anything to eat. Her husband Peter comes home. Gertrude has to find out he's been to the inn. She is desperate, but to her surprise Peter grabs eggs, sausages, butter and even coffee from his basket. Today he could sell many brooms and stockings in the village. The father asks about the children. Gertrude tells that she sent them to pick berries in the Ilsenstein forest. Then his face suddenly darkens. The gingerbread witch who is in league with the devil is living there. Peter tells her that she lures the children into the house with magic cake and turns the children into gingerbread in the oven. Gertrude and Peter set off to find their children. Hansel and Gretel are in the woods. It darkens and they can't find their way back. Eerie noises and the echoes of their voices frighten them. They spot a little man in the fog. He comes closer. It is the Sandman. He is a friend of the children and speaks to them with calming words and comes to put them to sleep. The two pray together and find sleep on the forest floor. When the children have fallen asleep, 14 angels come and form a circle around them to protect them from the dangers of the forest. A human wakes the children. Both have dreamed of angels protecting them. The fog lifts and suddenly a house made of gingerbread and sweets appears. To the left of the house is an oven, and to the right is a cage. Hansel wants to enter the house, but Gretel holds him back. He can persuade her to try the gingerbread. When he tears down a piece, one hears from the house, "Nibbling, nibbling, little mouse. Who's nibbling on my little house?" The witch comes out of the house. Hansel and Gretel are afraid of the strange old woman. She tries to lure the children into the house with sweets. When Hansel and Gretel want to run away, she bewitches them and locks Hansel in the cage. She wants to feed Hansel with nuts and raisins to make him fat and round. Gretel has to set the table and the witch fires the oven in which she wants to bake Hansel. Excited, she rides around the house on her broom. Gretel can secretly steal the magic wand from the witch. She has memorized the magic word and can disenchant Hansel and free him from the cage unnoticed. The witch tells Gretel to peek inside the oven to see if the gingerbread is done. Gretel deliberately acts stupid and asks the witch to show it to her. As the witch kneels in front of the stove, the two children push the witch into the burning stove. Hansel and Gretel jump out of the house, and the crispy little house explodes with a loud bang. The gingerbread casings from the gingerbread figures in the garden fall off, and children appear who the witch had baked into gingerbread figures. Gretel wakes up all the children with her hand and Hansel disenchants everyone with a juniper bush. The two hear their father's voice and the children pull a large gingerbread from the ruins of the oven which are the leftovers of the witch.
www.operaInside.com. All about operas. Learn more about this great opera, with interesting facts and great YouTube videos. Visit us.